in March, my boyfriend's mom called and said they were coming to stay through quarantine and I should have the guest room ready by 4 p.m. I tried to say we'd only discussed a weekend visit, but she hung up. My boyfriend just shrugged and said go with it. They showed up with enough luggage for a month. His mom immediately rearranged my kitchen cabinets. Within 2 days, she was critiquing how I dressed in my own apartment and saying tank tops weren't classy. The real problem was the thermostat. I keep the AC at 70 because I work 12-hour hospital shifts and just want to be comfortable when I get home. His mom said it was freezing. I compromised at 75 even though I was already sweating. That night, I woke up drenched. Someone had cranked it to 78. The next day, it was at 82. Then they started turning the heat on when it was 88 degrees outside. I left notes. They threw them away. My boyfriend said I was overreacting. After 2 weeks, I was cooked. I worked a double shift and duct taped the thermostat with a note that said, "Do not touch." I got home at 6 p.m. and walked into an oven. The tape was ripped off. The thermostat was set to 98 degrees. My cat was literally panting under the coffee table. I went straight to the guest room and opened the door. His mom was folding laundry. I said, "You need to leave my apartment right now." She got in my face and said I had no right to barge in without knocking, that I was rude and ungrateful. Then she said she'd dealt with much bigger bitches than me before. I just looked at her. Then I said, "Get out, both of you. Pack your stuff and leave." She started yelling about family and respect. I walked out and sat in my car until my boyfriend got home. He called saying I needed to apologize because his mom was crying. I said she called me a bitch in my own home. He said just come inside and we'd talk. His parents were posted up in the living room. His mom had this smug look on her face. My boyfriend said, "Let's all calm down and figure this out." I said there's nothing to figure out, they need to leave. His mom said not until I apologized. That's when my boyfriend said this was kind of the point though. My stomach dropped. I stared at him. He wouldn't look at me. He said his mom suggested staying here so I could practice handling difficult situations, to toughen me up before we got married. The thermostat thing was a test to see if I'd stand up for myself. I asked if he gave them a key. He said yeah, like 2 weeks before they even arrived. Bro had planned the whole thing. Let them mess with me on purpose to see if I'd crack. I told all 3 of them to get out. His mom called me a bitch again and said I'd never find anyone better. I went to the bedroom and locked the door. I could hear them packing and arguing for over an hour. My boyfriend kept knocking saying we'd talk tomorrow. I called my old roommate and she said I could move in that night if I needed to. When they finally left, I came out. The thermostat was set to 85 like one last middle finger. My boyfriend texted from a hotel saying his parents were upset and we could fix this if I just apologized. I texted back that his stuff would be in boxes by the weekend. Then I blocked all 3 of them. The next morning, his mom showed up with a key. She'd made a copy. She deadass let herself in while I was in the shower and started packing the guest room like she was moving back in permanently. I came out in a towel and she said my boyfriend told her I'd calm down overnight. I said get out or I'm calling the police right now. She said this was half his apartment and he wanted them here. I picked up my phone and started dialing. She grabbed her purse and said I was making the biggest mistake of my life. I followed her to the door and watched her drive off in her Subaru. I called a locksmith immediately. He came within 2 hours and changed everything. Cost me $200, but absolutely worth it. My boyfriend showed up that afternoon with his key. It didn't work. He started banging on the door yelling about how I couldn't lock him out of his own home. I said through the door that he could pick up his boxes on Saturday, and if he didn't leave, I was calling the cops for trespassing. He left. Came back an hour later with his dad. His dad tried to kick the door in. My neighbor heard the noise and came out recording on his iPhone. Told them he was calling the police. They finally left. I spent the next 3 days moving everything to my roommate's place. My landlord was low-key pissed about breaking the lease, but I paid the fee. My ex kept texting from different numbers saying I was overreacting and his mom just wanted to help me grow as a person. He showed up at the hospital where I work trying to talk to me. Security escorted him out and banned him from the property completely.